Okay guys, and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be doing the Hunter's Cave again, but this time we're going to be doing it with the baryonyx mounted. Let's see how we get on. So we're going to head over to the cave, Hunter's Cave, which is located where I've marked on the map there. So just above the lagoon in the middle. You come across here, you can see a little entrance point there that goes through a little cavern, a little ridge. Let's head over. Let's see how we get on with this one, with the baryonyx. We did it the last time with 3 Dilophosaurs, which we managed to get 2 artifacts and a supply drop. So I just want to try it on the back of a baryonyx and see how much easier it is. This baryonyx is leveled up quite well. Level 118, 8,759 health, 2,500 stamina, and melee is quite high as well, so it shouldn't have any trouble. I've just got a couple of pieces of spare armour, helmet, top, and shoes, just in case. Let's see how we get on. So you just head down this ravine, a valley, and you come to the entrance when I've gone far enough round. It's not always easy to spot. I think I've gone past it. Here we go. So this is the entrance. This is what it looks like. I'll just jump in here. Let's go into first person to make it a bit easier to see. So as you come into the entrance, you've got quite a bit of way when you first come into the cave before you actually get to any enemies. And there's plenty of crystals to farm and stuff, so it's quite an easy location to come to for farming crystal. I've got turned around. Bear with me a sec. So it's a bit glitchy when you first go into the cave. So you can see a crystal. The big shards you can't harvest, but all the little ones you can with a metal pickaxe. And you've also got like plenty of obsidian and metal in this cave. There's plenty of places to... Oh, hello. What are you doing in here? You just keep following it down. Down to the right. Again, plenty of crystal knocking about. All that crystal can be harvested. But when you get around to where this bit is, from here onwards, that you can come across enemies. So you tend to go through here, go around to the left. So you've got all this glittery bit, and then your enemies will start coming. Or not. Loot crate. Let's see what we got. Ascendant hide shirt. So stimberries and a mastercraft equus saddle, horsey saddle. Not bad. Put my shoes back on because I realise my shoes are off. So I'm not sure how quickly the enemies respawn from last time we came down here, but it does look like there is some down there. So, spiders, millipedes, snakes, all the usual cave dwelling things down here. So go down the other side again. The rocks here on the left hand side, they're metal knobs, plenty of metal, got crystal again there. So, no issues there. So I'm just gonna have a look. Plenty of metal over there also. Bits of obsidian, so we'll just grab that. Start turn down a bit of obsidian. A few enemies down there, so we'll just get back onto onyx. My baryonyx called onyx. Short work of these. So as you can see, the baryonyx is more than capable of killing all these. For anyone interested, we're just playing on single player mode, and we've just got all standard settings. So through here, the bit where you're going to crawl through, I can't actually get my baryonyx through there, but that's where the artifact normally spawns. So we'll just kill these, and then we'll creep through and have a look. So you see there the artifact. They all appear to be dead. Oh, that's what that was. And there we go. That's how to retrieve the artifacts. Don't beetle. So if you want to turn these guys, you feed them poo. Put it in your end slot on your hotbar. You just press triangle to feed it them. But we don't need one because we've already got one, and the one is by far enough. Give you loads of fertilizer. So loot wise, you don't tend to get anything too amazing, but if you want good cloth armour, you might find it in here. So we'll head back out, have a wander around the rest of the cave, see what we can find. Let's check that on here. Let's go back to baryonyx. So you don't get overly a lot of creatures in here, but you do tend to get a couple of big clusters, if you will. So if you're on a baryonyx, I recommend being mounted on a high level one, and just if you get a big onslaught of creatures, just slowly back up, and then you can hit them one on one. Tends to do the job. Baryonyx is having no issues just feeding his way through all these. Spiders and snakes, scorpions. And you get a heck of a lot of chitin. So if you want chitin for any chitin resource, or keratin as it's also known, so that's where the baryonyx was. So it's looped around here. Go back out, try and find another part of the cave to have a look. So you can get 1 to 3 loot cases in this cave, so we'll see if we can find any more. It wasn't long ago since my last video in the cave, so I don't think everything's quite spawned back yet. I'm not getting that many. So over here, there's a ledge down there. You sometimes get the loot crate or the artifact spawning down there, but there's nothing there today. So we're just going to head around this way. Head around this side. Snake. Kill it. Don't like them. Like I say, when there's quite a few, just slowly back up. And then you can thin them out.
A smaller relative of Sarcosuchus, Caprosuchus paludentium, is a
We'll get the
water-based
XP
carnivore
buff.
primarily found lurking among the island's swamps. A naturally fast runner that is even faster in the water, it is a solitary hunter that picks off small to medium creatures, especially those isolated from their pack. When attacking, Caprosuchus uses two main tactics. First, it patiently waits below the water surface, and when the target is sufficiently close by, will perform a lateral jump that it uses to quickly close distance with its prey and drag it underwater. Secondly, it attacks the prey's vital areas specifically to drain its stamina. These two techniques effectively prevent most creatures from escaping Caprosuchus once an assault has begun. Survivors are generally split about the usefulness of Caprosuchus. Some love its speed, both in and out of the water, essentially making it among the fastest, small-sized, all-terrain mounts when traveling through the wetlands. Others do not like how relatively frail Caprosuchus is, and do not think its high speed and ensnaring attacks make up for this shortcoming.
You'll find a lot of spiders in this cave. That's all I'm taken care of. So I think we've got all the loot. I'm just going to jump off and check some of these bags. As soon as the scorpion's taken care of. Let's take the arrows. Metal axe, we'll have that as a spare. Toxin. Yeah, nothing too amazing. Onyx is watching my back. So another metal axe, we'll have that. Rockwell recipe. About tartar. So we take all that. So it's worth checking the loot bags just in case. What's he doing? Away from the water. Let's put some metal over here. But yeah, that's pretty much the Hunter's Cave. As far as I'm aware, it's the easiest cave on the island on Ark Survival Ascended. But it's a good place to get metal resource and, like I say, bits of obsidian and crystal. Yeah, the answer is the baryonyx is very good. Coming down in this cave, getting leveled up, get his melee leveled up, and you won't have any issues coming down here. Like I say, if you get a big onslaught, you just back it up and just keep hitting away. You shouldn't have any issues. I think we're pretty clear. Scorpion over that side, but I can't be. Not too bothered about going to get that. We'll get this obsidian. We'll do
It is
exploring
difficult to
out.
be angry with Himentaria leaders, despite its rather terrible nature. The creature has practically no intelligence and just attaches to
Obsidian.
any nearby living flesh in an attempt to drain that creature's blood. Removing Himentaria requires precision blade work or access to an open flame. Both of these can be nearly as dangerous to the host as to the leech itself. Once Himentaria attaches to a host, it drains blood at a rapid pace, and the host experiences hunger, loss of health, and lowered stamina. Some Himentaria are also carriers for a dangerous disease I've dubbed
That's a
swamp fever,
quick
which
fly
persists
through
beyond
the
leeches'
Hunter's
own
Cave,
lifespan. Few creatures on the
also
island
known as a
transmit
chitting
this virus
cave.
disease,
You
and it
get
can
lots of
ultimately be
chitting
cured
down here
with a
because
rare
of the type
medicine.
of
While
creatures that you're
Himentaria is not
fighting.
intelligent enough to be tamed, it is always useful to keep a few around for antidotes and fishing lures. When processed properly, Himentaria venom can be made into a powerful antivenom.
So I'm going to work my way out of this cave now, after I've got a few resources, but I'm not going to make you sit and watch me hack away at that crystal and stuff. So I'm going to leave the video here. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe if you want more content like this. Any recommendations for videos that you want regarding Ark Survival Ascended, let me know down in the comments. And until next time, see you then. Bye for now.